Welcome to Modern Domestic's virtual Bernina machine owner class. I'm Erica, and in part 4, I'm going to walk you through how to thread your machine. In part 3, you learned how to properly insert your bobbin into your machine. Now we can move on to threading our top thread. Let's start with the 8 series machines. First, place your thread on the spool pin and bring your thread up to the guide directly above. Then you're going to floss your thread through the corner guide and bring your thread across the top of your machine and down. You're going to hold your thread in your right hand using your left hand to move the thread through the guides. Next, you're going to bring your thread over to the guide right above the needle, and then you'll bring your thread through the lips of the next guide, and then to the cutter and straight down. You're going to press the button to activate the automatic needle threader. This is going to place your thread not only through the eye of the needle, but it'll also put it in the take-up lever exactly where it needs to be. Let's watch that again, but this time animated. This animation is going to play every time you start to thread your machine, and it's a great reminder of what to do. So you can see as you take your thread across the top of the machine, you want to make sure your thread goes behind that metal piece, and that'll make sure it gets in the take-up lever the right way. Then bring your thread over to the guide above the needle, and then through the lips of the next guide, and then down through the cutter. And then you're going to press that automatic needle threader button, and the machine is just going to do the work for you. So now your machine is threaded and you're ready to go. For 3, 4, 5, and 7 series machines, to get ready to sew, make sure your presser foot is up, and then place your thread on your spool pin, making sure your foam pad is in place and that you have a spool cap on that corresponds with the size of your spool of thread. Bring your thread over to the guide on the left and then straight down and back up through the take-up lever, and then you're going to go back down to the guides right above the needle, and then use your needle threader to thread your needle. And you're going to use the cutter to the right in order to cut your thread the correct length for drawing through the eye of the needle, and it will also hold your thread in position when you're ready to start stitching. Now you're all threaded and you're ready to go. For 3, 4, 5, and 7 series machines, I wanted to give you a more detailed look at how to use your needle threader. The threader is extremely handy and a great time saver in the long run, so I really encourage you to take the time to learn how to use it. You want to start by pressing your needle up, needle down button to make sure your needle is in the full upright position. Don't use your hand wheel for this. Then you can lower your presser foot and it'll give you a little bit more room to maneuver and also put a little bit of tension on the thread. You're going to push the needle thread lever down, and as you do, you're going to wrap the thread around that finger. Once you've got it wrapped around, make sure you're pushing the lever down all the way. So this is part way and then that is all the way. And you're going to bring the thread in front of the needle, and then you can either let the thread go or you can hold it very gently in your hand, and then you're going to release the lever and it's going to pull the thread through the eye of the needle. Once the needle is threaded, you can bring the thread under the presser foot and then you're ready to sew. Thanks for watching this video. In part 5, I'm going to walk you through presser feet and stitch plates. See you then!